Okay, I'm Håkan Johnsson. I'm part of StruSoft since January this year, and I was asked to tell you just a little bit about what I did before I started working here. So I have 94 slides and 15 minutes, so just get started now. I worked with this company from 2002 to around last Christmas. This is me, and what you can see is that from 88 up to now it has been all about precast. It has been Precon, A-betong, Al-Rashid A-betong, and now StruSoft. My company over these years, Al-Rashid A-betong, we had around 6,000 employees in total. 6 factories, 5 in Riyadh and 1 in Jizan. It's along the Red Sea, almost close to Yemen. Main office in Riyadh, and started in 1977 as a joint venture between the Rashid Group in Saudi and A-betong. My history of impact, actually already in the mid-90s, we started to look at what Skanska Precast was doing. And in 97 we were approached and decided to go together with them to develop further on the impact system. And in 2002 I was asked to go to Saudi by a board member to check if impact could be something for this company. It was quite smaller then, but still. And I was there in June 2002, quite hot really. And I made a report finding out that yes, this was a proper thing, but on another level compared to here in Sweden. I went home and I said, never ever I set my foot in that country again. But then we have summer vacation here and the mind gets moving on, and I said to myself, why not give it a year? And I gave it a year and another one and another one, and I came back last Christmas. 2004 we got the first 3 licenses in Riyadh. 2017 we had 22. We already had a downturn, so we came from as most 30 licenses. And this is a famous guy. You can see he looks a little bit younger here, but he was there in 2004 educating our first users in Riyadh. General the use of impact down there, it's much more basic, because when you have a company where you have no standard for how to present a drawing, no standard for title block notes, no nothing, impact is quite useful as a backbone in deciding all these things. It decides how you arrange your folders in your computer. Very basic things. We started from there, and we also started to get a new standard when it comes to end caps, embedments and such things. And then of course controlling the project design-wise. We use the impact template until now always for all drawings, except when some clients ask for other display of elements. We draw all slabs as automatically being generated through impact there. It's hollow core, it's solid slabs, and even the double T we have been able to generate automatically. Panel drawings, combination of AutoCAD and impact, meaning like linked elements more or less. And then we have made just a few projects in full model designs, a few schools we have made like that. Columns and beams was a later feature in, so it's not so much, but you can see here about the quantities that we have used impact for. It's almost 6 million square meter of hollow core, solid and form slabs, double T. Panels 3.3 million, and a little bit less for columns and beams. It's quite considerable. What is different? Yeah, we have a bigger turnover of personnel. We have more focus on training and education. We were about 60 guys in design. No girls, unfortunately, you know why. And so we had a turnover of maybe 5 to 6 guys. Not too much, but we still have to keep up the education. Then we had another 20 guys and girls in our Manila office, which was a subsidiary to our company during those days. It's very easy to implement the simpler applications, but to get more advanced use of impact, the threshold effect is more, let's say, significant down there. It takes more time and work, and sometimes people are less disciplined. it's a lot of Tipex and such things going on still, I believe, and it's not good for impact. You can say that people are generally more hardworking. They have higher output when it comes to hands-on work. I had 48 hours per week as working week. My guys, they had 60 hours per week. And they ask for overtime all the time. They are there to earn money. So it's going on. Maybe efficiency can be less after 8 o'clock in the evening. But, and it's also less resistance when it comes to changes and new working methods. They just do what you tell them, because they don't dare anything else, even if I'm a nice guy, by definition, I think. This is my department, maybe like 2016 in Riyadh. We had some factories, yes, 6 factories all in all. Columns, stairs, landing, solid slabs, and form slabs, and solid walls in RR2, RR3, columns, pre-stressed beams, boundary wall elements, and solid walls. RR4, solid panels, sandwich, parapets, canopies, domes, etc. RR5, hollow core and boundary wall footings. 15,000 square meters per week, roughly, of hollow core. RR6, that's the Jizan factory, battery elements. Maybe someone recognized Anders Axelsson from Kvicksund. He was there for a while. We made everything except pre-stressed element there. It's actually on hold now, the factory, because we don't have projects in that area. RR7 in Riyadh, double T solid wall sandwich and pre-stressed beams. The fabrication, battery modes. We had a lot of battery modes for simple solid walls. A column, sometimes they look like Christmas trees there, but they just build a new mode. Reinforcement, and you see in the corbel. These guys are putting a reinforcement for a solid panel. And here we have, what you see here, precast is pretty much the same here as there, in a technical sense. They have electrical things there, but they don't have plastic outlets. It's all galvanized steel. It's British standard, and the British, they are quite conservative. They don't change that easily. And here we have the first external layer for a sandwich panel. And the guys, they are leveling the first layer. It's white concrete. And then we have the insulation. They are not so eager about the cold bridges, because it's warm bridges. You see here the lifting and the sandwich anchor. Element under stripping. And here they are in the rack, waiting for retouching. Here we have the sandblast area. That's the most common surface treatment that we had, sandblasting. So you get this, just a desert color. It's quite nice, but it's quite uniform also. And we had our own source for aggregates and our own crusher and our own everything on an A-frame for delivery. Some checking of a landing. And then we come into erection. This is a shopping mall that was erected around 2004 called Granada. This is a CIP structure where we made all the claddings plus hollow core and double T slabs. Here we have the double T slabs for the parking area on CIP beams. Pretty much the same as here. This is a housing project called Rimal Gate outside Riyadh. And here you have the building, a lot of windows. And more even. Form slabs was used. This is central processing plant number 3 for Al-Marai. Al-Marai is probably the biggest dairy plant in the Middle East, making milk, juice, cheese, everything. We have built all their factories. You can see it's in the middle of the desert outside Al-Kharj, 100 kilometers southeast of Riyadh. The cold store, to be. We also have installations and headache with that, of course, for plumbing, electrical, whatever. And then I have some, right. Some finalized and ongoing projects. Kingdom Schools. We actually made something called Swedebeam. It's called Spännbarksystemet in Sweden. It's a semi-precast where you make a precast beam for this high, and then you just extend it for as much you need in beam height. We made 40-meter span of beams for the auditorium here in that concept. Salam Mall. You can do nice things with sandwich panels if you like. It's a lot of mold work, but it turns out to be nice. Mall of Arabia, one of the bigger malls in Jeddah. Another view. Pigmented elements. This is what you saw in the first picture. There is something called Princess Noura University. It's the world's biggest university for women, about 50,000 students. And this is for the staff housing, meaning where teachers and other people live. We built 350 villas, the same but different colors, so they can find their place. They have their own railway inside, and they have everything. It's like a city of its own. It's on the way to the airport in Riyadh. Here you can see a closer look. And this is actually King Abdullah Financial District, just in the outskirts of Riyadh also. We had some special architectural provisions, you can see to the left, where you cover a facade in a special way, and that's how we made it, like an envelope shape. The architect was happy about this. It's a nice effect, especially in the Sandwa. Another housing project for Qasim University, a little north of Riyadh. Pigmented elements. This is for Ministry of Defense, near Jisan. Maybe they prepared for the war already, I don't know. It was in 2014. And if you have 24 buildings like this, it's quite some repetition. It's precast friendly, you can say. I think we had 24 of this, and we had 20 of another kind. This is Al Rajhi University, also it's a private university in Qasim. King Khalid University in Abha. Abha is a little bit also southwest, but it's in the mountains. It's on 2,200 meters altitude. This city of the size of Gothenburg, roughly. This is claddings on a cast-in-place structure, and we made most of it together with a Chinese company. Here we have our, let's say, jewel in our projects. It's called Rashid Mall, Rashid Towers, and Rashid everything. It's our owners who built. To the left you see the edge of a very big shopping mall which started in the early 90s. To the right you see a hypermarket, Carrefour, where we have 2 levels of parking. Then you have the hypermarket, and then 2 levels of apartments with swimming pools and everything on top of it, all precast. And then you have a link bridge in 3 levels with coffee shops and things like that, also precast. This is the parking building in the same area, 5 levels of parking, the same parking. And this is a hotel also in the same area, where we built for Hyatt Regency. You can see, obviously, this is a stabilizing wall unit, all welded together to act as a diaphragm. It's around 10,000 pieces in this hotel. Here we have a little bit more of the claddings on the outside on the same hotel and the inside. Then we also had office buildings, 5 offices like this, office building, 14 levels, and everything except the bottom slab on 3rd basement and retaining wall. Everything else is precast. We have some light earthquake provisions here, but not too much. But it's stabilized through central cores, and some of the external panels are also stabilizing here. And the link bridges, of course, precast everything. In Jubail, on the Gulf side, we built 870 villas like this. Nice. It's for a mining company, for their employees. This is our project in Jisan, for which we built the factory. It's actually 2,500 villas. You see more of it here. And actually the reason they built it was that they are going to move mountain people from the border to Yemen because they were going to clean up, as they say. And then these people need somewhere to live. So they built 2,500 villas, and that's only part of the project still. We built schools, mosques, multi-purpose buildings, everything there. Riyadh, King Saud University, this is staff accommodation. Some features, nice elements. And this is the same, but we also built some apartments building. I don't remember, I think we built something like 20 of these buildings for the students. Quite nice. This is Taiba University in Medina. These are claddings on a CIP structure. Very nice pigmented elements.
1 minute.
Yeah, it's good. Only 12 images left. The same one. This one you saw already. This we made in precast, all of it. Can we do these elements in Impact? Linked. Good. This is something we also made segmented elements in precast. This is the same. Some nice embedded logos. And one of the nicest Crystal Resort in Jeddah on the Red Sea. A boundary wall, you can do nice things with these also. And the hotel building in the same area. And finally, corporate data center for Aramco, the big oil producing company in Dhahran with a foam liner. It's a Reckley foam liner. You can do a lot of nice things with precast. I did it. I did it. Thank you.